Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to Comic Book Nostalgia. I'm CB Nostalgia, and we have a little update on Moon Knight, Blade and Werewolf by Night. Well, one of the best parts of Moon Knight is it dove full in and embraced the supernatural side of Marvel Studios. But, based on all the rumors we were hearing beforehand, it was super duper light on the cameos. Now recently, the head writer of the series, Jeremy Slater, dove in a little bit and talked about two specific characters. That would be Werewolf by Night and Blade, and what consideration they had in the Moon Knight series. Now let's be fair, before Moon Knight came out, it was completely unexpected that the series would dive quite as deep as it did into Egyptian mythology. Many people, myself included, had kind of anticipated a street-level adventure very similar to Daredevil, or potentially a horror series which was very in tune with the character's earliest comic stories. Now recently, he was talking with comicbook.com, and the Moon Knight head writer, Jeremy Slater, was directly asked if Werewolf by Night was ever considered for the series. If you're a fan of the comics, you know Mark Spector appeared first in Werewolf by Night, and Jack Russell is set to make his MCU debut in the Halloween special, so it would have made a lot of sense. Now, this seems as good a time of any to remind everybody to hit the like and subscribe button, and try to ring that bell for all the updates. Also, our big giveaway. We got this Oculus Quest 2 to give away at 50,000 subscribers. All you need to do to get in on the giveaway is be a subscriber and leave us a comment. Now, like we were saying, the Moon Knight head writer, Jeremy Slater, talked a little bit to comicbook.com about the status of several characters showing up in that series, specifically Werewolf by Night and the vampire hunter Blade. And it appears there really was never much of a chance of that happening. This is what he had to say. There weren't discussions of doing Werewolf by Night per se, just they had already had some plans for him, and Kevin Feige had an idea of how he wanted to use him, which I'm not privy to. I'm as in the dark as you are. We're told in advance which characters are a little bit off limits. At the time we were cracking Moon Knight, they were also trying to crack the Blade story and try to figure out what that was. I think they wanted to keep them separate. So clearly, no Blade or no Werewolf by Night in the Moon Knight series. Slater did admit though they did actually pitch the show with an image of Moon Knight battling a 12-foot tall werewolf with glowing eyes, but this eventually became those Egyptian jackals that were part of several scenes. They were pretty cool. He did add this about the Marvel Universe. The Marvel Universe needs more monsters, it needs more horror, it needs a creepy shift. This show is really our opportunity to dip our toe into the dark side of the MCU. We can be people's introduction to the sort of things that go bump in the night. Now there's a lot to peel away from here and things to consider, so let's break it apart a little bit. First and foremost, this is another example of a rumor mill running pretty strong and never being confirmed and then turning out to be completely false. If you were following all the Doctor Strange rumors, a lot of them proved to be not true. Deadpool and several other characters were rumored to appear and they never showed up. As a matter of fact, we've gotten reports they were never even considered. So for us, this is probably a bit of a game changer on how we're going to handle some of this stuff, and more proof that a lot of these rumors turn out not to be true. Now, as far as Werewolf by Night and Blade, we know they're both coming. We've actually got Gal Garcia Bernal as Jack Russell already cast for Werewolf by Night, and Laura Donnelly is reported to be playing Elsa Bloodstone, meaning the supernatural side of the MCU is about to greatly expand. We also have Mahershala Ali already cast as Blade and that project moving forward too. So I do understand why Kevin Feige wanted to keep them separate, and making these characters very interdependent early on kind of breaks up the chemistry. Remember, Marvel had a Captain America, 2 Iron Man films, a Thor film, and a Hulk film before we got the Avengers. They were patient, they put the pieces in place before they pulled the trigger, and I think that's actually why we have some of these restrictions in the development of some of these MCU shows. Now, obviously, we don't have a lot of other news about Moon Knight. There's still no Season 2 confirmed, but we do know the Halloween special should be coming this fall, and I wouldn't be surprised if we saw the character there, but we'll have to wait and see. What do you guys think? Were you surprised Werewolf by Night did not appear in the Moon Knight series? And do you think Marvel is making the right decision, allowing these characters to breathe a little bit before they have their team-ups? Quite honestly, I absolutely do. Tell me what you think in the comments below. If you like this video, make sure you hit like, click subscribe, and if you don't ring that bell, you won't get any updates. Peace.